Ladies and gentlemen, we have 50 days left in the decade. Are you ready for the 2020s? And yeah, I gotta say, since Mercury went retrograde on the 31st in Scorpio, it's been like an energetic anchor for me. And I've been resting up because, for 7 years, almost, I've done 2,700 videos, which is like 1.1 video a day. A lot of times I skipped a whole day of sleep. And guess what? I'm totally going to try and get my concentration medicine, which I've been off for like a month or so. So I can close out November and 2019 strong. And so, if you can and would like to donate to that, you can send some cash to my PayPal. And I promise to work my butt off nonstop, going through all my old videos and just putting out pure excellence. Sound cool? I know it's like $150 for the appointment and then like $60 to $85 for the medicine. Sweet. One of the videos I want to make is talking about the solar eclipse coming up December 2019 on the 26th. Though it will not be visible in the United States, I think it is going to be a big deal because if there's one thing I do believe in, that we get a lot of earthquake activity around solar eclipses, and that is when the moon eclipses the sunlight, so it does absolutely disrupt our atmosphere. Another thing I've figured out without a doubt is that when all the gas giants are on the same side of the sun and there is no balance in our solar system, we get a lot of earthquake and volcano activity around the world and in the United States, Canada, Mexico. And so, at the beginning of this year, I predicted that there was a 75% chance we would see a volcano eruption in California on the west coast of the United States and a major earthquake. We got a 7.0 in July, which coincidentally was right around the last full solar eclipse. And so, it's going to be an interesting few years, and we really won't get balanced for another 6 years till Jupiter's on the other side. Check it out. On that note, sometimes I say the thing that everybody else is scared to say. We're looking at absolutely catastrophic fires, and it has been brought to my information from people in Australia that these catastrophic fires, are actually much worse than the media is letting us know about. They are burning up Australia pretty big time and major. Sean Breslin showing us footage of this wildfire tornado that was spotted yesterday in Australia amid the devastating situation playing out there. It's a pretty nasty situation. Weather Dak, who's an Asteroid Fight Club all-star and a maestro of the GOES satellites, showing us that you can see the wildfires from the major satellites, and you can see them actually all over Australia. Weather Dak showing us the second day of wildfires, and I just want to point out, it's the second day, and they all start at exactly the same time. They die down at exactly the same time. So it almost looks like some type of magma-activated emissions. It's kind of like the wildfires in California, that when the south and north fires really started, they both start at the exact same time, and they pour out smoke that looks on par with a volcano eruption. And it's one of the reasons I've said at THORnews the entire time under Obama and Trump that politics is absolute garbage, because it's like our politicians are used to distract us from the real issues. And so if you are going to have major volcano eruptions across the globe and in California or the West Coast, our politicians are more prone to hide it from us than they are to tell us or prepare us for it. So that's why I don't get into the political he said, she said bullshit, even though it makes you popular, it gets you paid, and then it gets half of the United States to totally agree with you, but then everybody copy and paste the exact same thought process, and that's not how I do it. But I'm saying these are very dangerous times, especially to be speaking the truth. For the lower 48, the majority of the states are really, really frosty right now. Unless you're in the West Coast and South Florida. And this cold will probably stick around for about another 48 hours. And I got to say, being a Sagittarius, the jovial truth seekers and optimists of the zodiac, the last 10 years have been pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because, negativity has been king. Sidebar, I feel like I'm being too preachy-teachy. And is it legal to have sex with an emoji? Or just, go to third base? Let me rapidly warm you, baby. Not you, Ian. In the high plains, in addition to all the cold, Denver was 22 at 3 p.m. yesterday and 64 at 3 p.m. today. Area of 40-degree increase in addition to several of the 40 degrees decrease in the last 48 hours. You know what? For all the people who are like, you know what? The world's just going to end. Everything's going to fall apart and there's nothing we can do about it. And A, what's the point of talking about politics? And B, why can't we just enjoy the end of the world? I don't think it's going to end, though. But I am a Sagittarius. Chris Crepon. Once again, there are 2 snow squall warnings currently in effect in Michigan. Here's a look at the level 2 reflectivity and the level 3 storm relative velocity. Please drive safe. Ice is no joke. Most distant world ever explored gets a new name, Arokoth. And it's way too phallic for my tastes. Ed Piotrowski letting us know the temperature in Myrtle Beach went from 74 to 44 like it saw a state trooper. Yeah, he couldn't resist that line again. I, too, recycle and regurgitate good lines sometimes. Because when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people kind of lose their mind. Okay, engineer Irene Quiores. Now we see a possible new region of the southeast side of the sun. Boom, a new sunspot emerges. A small new sunspot is emerging over the sun's southeastern limb. Hold on a second, I gotta make sure it's lined up. Okay, nowhere near. Okay, great. It is too soon to say whether it is a member of old solar cycle 24 or new solar cycle 25. We will know more in the next 24 hours as the sunspot turns towards Earth, revealing the polarity of its magnetic field. And I would guess it's probably old cycle because I got a feeling the new cycle will begin somewhere between the 23rd of November, which is my 7-year anniversary. If you want to say thanks for all the hard work, you can send me a letter, or you can contribute to the medicine so I can kick ass the last 6 weeks. And that was when Venus, Jupiter will be lining up with the galactic core. Should be a pretty good day. Does anybody want to come party with me? Baby. And we had a Mercury transit yesterday, which is a pretty anomalous, well, I guess it's not an anomaly, but it's a rare event. So I hope you enjoyed it, or whatever. Oh, let's look at the video together. You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation. Oh, it's just going to download it. Whatever. If you have a bad imagination, this is kind of what it was like. Just imagine that black dot moving across the sun, and it is Mercury. And now I have the warm fuzzies. Personally, I'm looking forward to this new solar maximum, which should probably peak in 2025. And don't be surprised if I peak then too. And for all the people who threaten me or want me to die or fail, there's probably a 90% chance you're going to die before me. Just thought I'd let you know. BG weather, Brady. I think there will be a period of a snowstorm with maybe a quick cold burst either late November or early December. But after Christmas, though, February could be treacherous. We agree. This could be a pretty bad winter as we are in a pretty deep solar minimum. Is it a grand solar minimum? Yeah, we won't really know for a few more years now, will we? How about some sub-zero wind chills tonight, baby, to go along with your sub-zero interest rates that are taking place across the globe? But Earth is like a McDLT where the hot side is hot and the cold side is cold. Miami, told to us by Brian McNulty. Hey, for my McDonald's reference, perfect. It's gotten up at 86 degrees so far today, just 3 degrees shy of the record for this date. That would be the 201st day with 86 degree high this year. record is 205 for the full year. We would love it if September would end at some point. Points for the Green Day reference. Never-ending summer for Florida. The deeper the berry, the deeper the juice. Berry outlooks, berry tracker. This is the most times I've ever said berry in a video. Yay, new records falling every day for THORnews. After the cold front passes, a blast of cold Arctic air will cause temperatures in northeast and mid-Atlantic to plummet. Locations could see temperatures ranging from 30 to 20 or even lower later tonight. But watch that bad boy blast out, baby. Is that alliteration or annotation? Yeah, I'm bad with words. But not as bad as I am with math and geography. Now let's make out. Alexis. Barry. Stirring the straw. Oh, that was a bad joke. Sorry. The wintry precip associated with the cold front boundary is being more ashore. Snow wintry mix will persist in some areas in the northeast for the next 6 to 18 hours. This is 6 hours to go, so make it 12 hours for the next 12 hours. As you can see, and then that's going to be all cold air that follows. Then your next big batch of snow, it's not going to be that big coming after. Heather Marie Zons, who is not a supervillain, says first lake effect thundersnow of the season. So congratulations. Not a big fan of the hate the state, but love the stock market political climate we're in. Stock market's up 200%, yet Illinois pension hold deepens 75%. Yeah, dude. Plus, the Federal Reserve has been pumping $75 billion into the repo markets since September 23rd, which is incredibly alarming. We get our second large explosion of the night. That's what she said. Sakurajima Volcano, Japan. And Popocatépetl is a volcano that has been going off as well in Mexico. Dun, 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 dun. Well, can I say some cool stuff for 2 minutes? Probably not. Because Mercury's still retrograde. Like I said, you can blame Obama. You can blame Trump. I'm going to blame Mercury retrograde, baby. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. THORnews is back with the San Antonio ice invention. I didn't invent anything. I'm just saying it got icy cold in San Antonio, which is South Texas. And a shout out to my all-female X-Men squad. If a writer falls in love with you, he will never write you off. In his mind, you will never die. So that's great news. And as your perennial optimist, I want to say that some of the best days of your life haven't happened yet. Just relax and keep going. I'm just saying something somebody else already said. That person was unknown. Thanks, Tanya. Joe Charlevoix is throwing in the towel. I sure hope it wasn't a jerk rag. That was gross. 33 inches measured off of South Benzoya Trail near Empire in Leelanau County. Unbelievable amounts of snow under a band of stationary lake effect snow. Interestingly enough, just 20 miles away to the east, 0 degree has fallen, and a helicopter is now passing very low over my apartment. I love all the flying machines that are around Houston because NASA's only like 36 miles away. And so there's always a bunch of cool shit in the sky around here. And also there's some type of meteor shower. I think it's the Leonids or some shit. So check it out tonight if you can, but bring peppermint schnapps or Jaeger because it's cold. And boom, lava flow of the Shishalden volcano, Alaska, as seen by Sentinel. This image was acquired yesterday, the 11th of November. And so I just want to say that, like, okay, so before the year I predicted major volcano activity along the Ring of Fire, America's side. And so we've had Popocatépetl volcano go off every single day this year with some type of activity. And now we're getting Alaskan volcano activity. So definitely over the next 2 years, don't be surprised to see more wild weirdness along California, Oregon, Washington, Canada. And like I said, I don't know if you are on the West Coast for Christmas, especially Los Angeles and San Francisco area, might now be a bad time to take a vacation somewhere inland. Although I cannot pinpoint exactly where the December earthquakes will be. And if someone, one of my billionaire, trillionaire, millionaire followers, listeners out there, was to give me a brand new car for my 7-year anniversary, I would gladly accept it because I have earned it. Man, I've kicked a lot of ass. Asteroid Flight Club All-Star Anthony Macelio letting us know the top-down stuff gets all of the attention, but the bottom-up stuff is usually more fun. We're looking at the geostratospheric polar vortex structure of November. And check that shit out, man. Are you looking at it? Are you looking at it? I'm trying to line it up. So that's crazy. Man, our weather, nobody really understands it completely. Our solar system, man, nobody really understands it completely. And I love you. Dutch Sense also talking about the new eruption in Alaska and a 4.0 swarm in Southern California. Yeah, California's been getting a lot of 3s and 4s over the last few weeks. And the unrest is spreading. Be sure and check him out. He's good at the volcanoes. And yesterday we had a solar and lunar halo. So that's pretty cool. I'm as single gets, but I do have a lot of crushes. Natalie He, Fox 26. Anyone else find injectable butter a bit disturbing? Take a moment. Thank you. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is courage to continue that counts. So let's be courageous. Mon ami. Speaking of that, YouTube, which is technically a freaking monopoly, Google, has said, hey, starting December 10th, we will be able to delete your channel for whatever reasons we want to, which is horrible, horrible news. But hey, it's been a pew decade, for sure. Definitely like 2 decades since 1999 Y2K failure. I have Y2K post-traumatic stress disorder. Mercury retrograde, me no talk good. UK is about to get whacked by a hurricane in like a week. We got some weird weather coming up, but it should just be cold and maybe some light rain in the southeast the next 2 days. But we'll do a model run a little later. I gotta go buy some vegetables. Sound cool? Well, I love you guys, and if you do want to support my push for the last 6 weeks, where I just work and make the coolest videos ever, that would be great. If not, that would be great. I love you guys. You've been fantastic, incredible, awesome, amazing. And it's been an honor to be your planetary defense commander and your Star-Lord New Thor 7 this whole time. No, I'm totally accepting cookies and kisses for my 7-year anniversary. I didn't go on a date. Is anybody going to party with me? I'll be in Houston. Okay, everybody stay cool. And please try and rise above the political bullshit. We are all in this together, my friends. I promise you that. Everybody's connected. God bless everyone.